Hello all, this is Connor Wilson and I'll be sharing a project with you for Engineering 267. This is a projectile motion project. I have created here a function, a projectile motion function, which will take in the initial velocity and the initial position, the final landing position, the launch angles, and the gravity, and it will output flight time, position of the peak, the maximum height, and the range. Now over here we have some scripts over here that will quickly test this function. We've given it two tests, one with Earth gravity and one with gravity on Mars. And they have slightly different direction angles so that we can see them better when they are plotted. And we'll do a quick test here and take a look at them. Here we have the trajectory outlined in red. We have the range outlined in blue, the peak height marked with this green line, and then we have the projectile's travel marked with these little X marks. Now we'll take a quick second. And you can notice over here on the left that printed out we have the flight time, the range, the max height, and the position of the peak. All right, this function has also been incorporated into an app in the app designer, so we'll take a quick look at that. So a few more features in this app. We have some gauges that will track the velocity of the projectile as it goes through all along its path, and it will also track the height. We can change the position, the initial position, initial velocity, and we can take a look at what that looks like. So we'll just leave the initial positions as 0. We'll give it a launch velocity of 100, launch angle of 40, direction angle of 30, launch height, let's say 100, yeah, 100, and then we'll say make this 30. Give it roughly Earth gravity, and we'll let it launch and see what happens. All right, as it travels up, we see that the velocity is decreasing. Makes sense. Then the velocity begins to increase but becomes negative. The height goes back down towards 0, but stops right at around 30. And here we have the outputs. We got the X position of the peak, the Y position of the peak, and then we have the maximum height, the range, and the maximum velocity achieved during the travel. And that's about it for this function. And that's about it for this project. Thank you for your time and have a great day.